November 1st, 2017 was the day that I officially had my very first major surgery, which was a colon resection to treat my diverticulitis. And a lot has happened since then. It's hard to believe it's been over 5 years to the day that I first found out that I had diverticulitis. And a lot has changed since then. I mean, mind you, I've gotten sick a lot of times before in the past, mostly just like due to having just stomach bugs. And at the time when I found out I had diverticulitis, or rather before I found out I had it, I thought that maybe this is just like another ordinary stomach bug, but it's not as bad as the other ones I've had in the past, and this one will eventually go away very shortly. But that didn't happen. When I first got diverticulitis, I was on a cruise ship vacation with my parents, and the pain lasted for about a week for the entire duration of my cruise trip. And it was pretty bad. So bad, like, it ended up costing me having a good time out with my folks. I thought it would just be like another stomach bug that would hopefully go away within a day or so, but that didn't happen. I didn't find out about diverticulitis or get treated for it until after like 12 hours had passed since I got back from the cruise and had to go to the hospital where I was treated for it. And like I said, a lot has happened since then. After I found out I had diverticulitis, I had to stay at the hospital for at least a week. Then after I was discharged, I was put on a diet for a brief amount of time before eventually having to have surgery on the 1st of November 2017. And it was my first ever major surgery that I ever had to get. The only other surgery I've had was only minor, was having my wisdom teeth pulled out sometime after I graduated from high school. But this was nothing like getting my wisdom teeth removed. No. It was a pretty big deal at the time. I was in a lot of pain after having surgery. Had to stay at the hospital for close to a week after getting surgery. Then I had a bit of a rough recovery, after I got home from the hospital. But eventually, things with my body started to settle down, and I could pretty much function normally again as I usually would. So near the end of 2017 was kind of bittersweet for me. I mean, the majority of 2017 I thought was like an alright year until September came, and the last few months of that year were pretty rough for me. Save for like the latter parts of November and the entire month of December, which were better. Then when 2018 came, from then on since, for the next close to around a year and a half, things have been alright. Not a whole lot has been going on. And 2019 came, and for the first few months of that year, things were alright. Not much else was going on. Unfortunately, and I didn't even talk to you guys about this until now, when April came that year, I found out that my diverticulitis had returned. I didn't record myself at the hospital again at the time when I got it for a second time, but it was almost as bad as the first time I got it. And maybe that was because, since like I got treated for it like after getting it for the first time, maybe even though I was trying to take better care of myself and my body, like try to avoid all the unnecessary foods that I probably shouldn't be eating like constantly, I still got it. Luckily, at the time, I didn't need to have additional surgery for when I found out I had it for a second time. And I didn't, like I said, I forgot to record myself, like show you guys any videos about my next day for when I had diverticulitis for a second time. But anyway, like I said, I didn't need surgery again that time, but I was put on a course of like antibiotics during and after my stay at the hospital when I was prescribed some medications. And since then I've had no more flare-ups. But then in 2020, which is the year that the COVID-19 pandemic first started, in April of that year, I had a bit of a health scare when I started to feel some like a pain in my abdominal area for like a third time since like April of 2019 that year. So I went to the hospital that night, that one night in April, and luckily it turns out that it was only due to some minor intestinal cramping. Like, I was afraid I would have gotten like diverticulitis for like a third time, or in a worst case scenario like COVID, but that wouldn't be until much later. But luckily, I only had intestinal cramping, and I'm thankful that I didn't get diverticulitis for a third time, though it still could have easily have happened, because maybe I still wasn't taking better care of my body. And taking care of my body isn't something that I've been doing a great job of lately. Maintaining a healthy weight is what I think is attributed to whether or not I could still get diverticulitis again. And I've just been like struggling to like lose a decent amount of weight and maintain like a healthy body figure. And I keep on getting nagged on by my family to like eat healthier foods more often, but for a while I just haven't been doing a really good job at that. And I would like to keep on like losing weight and avoid getting diverticulitis again, by keeping the weight off, but it's just been a struggle. I mean, I still mostly like take care of myself. Like I take fiber pills and acidophilus, to keep my colon flowing, make sure everything's still working inside there. And I do drink like decent amounts of water here and there, especially whenever I'm at my workplace. And so far, no more flare-ups, no more cases of a diverticulitis have ever been noticed in my system. And I'm grateful that hasn't happened again since then. But it just goes to show you that you can't take your own health or your own body for like granted, and that you should always maintain like a very good health style or lifestyle for like keeping your physical and mental health in check. In a previous video that I released called Diverticulitis Before and After, which has become my most viewed, the most viewed video on my channel like since its release, I've been getting a lot of questions and comments about people asking me how my recovery process from diverticulitis has been, as well as people telling me their own experiences with it. And the feedback that I've gotten back from all of you about it has just been amazing. And I want to thank you all for like watching that video and asking me all those questions, and then telling me all about your experiences with diverticulitis. So it's really crazy to think that so many people out there aside from myself have had this disease before and have dealt with it through their own ways. And it's just unbelievable to think that I can't be the only one who has gotten something like this. But at the time, I never understood it. But now have like a bit more of a accurate grasp of what it is, how it operates, and what you can do to get treated for it. Like take the right medications, go on a balanced diet, and if you really need to, then you would need to get surgery for it. So this has been a quick 5-year recap on what has happened since my first diagnosis of diverticulitis. And since then, you know, just a lot of things have changed. And I don't know if or when I'll ever get diverticulitis again. I mean, if I do, you know, I'm going to be upset about it, obviously. But I shouldn't be so surprised at the same time that if I do get it again. So if and when that happens, I'll be sure to let you guys know about it. And I'll keep you up to date on like everything that goes on in my life. Both professionally or personally. So that's gonna be about it. Please keep sending me your questions and comments about your own experiences, as well as my experience with diverticulitis, and I'll be sure to like respond to you all back then. So that's gotta be about it. If you like this video, please click like. Make sure you leave your comments down below in the description, and be sure to subscribe for more future videos. So that's gonna be about it. Take care of yourselves, have a good day, and I'll see you all next time.